on that. What is the tagline of Toastmasters International, guys? What
Where
is the
leaders are made.
where leaders are made? And leaders are not leaders without the ability to communicate. So obviously the communication comes when you hear the word leaders, all right? And then what are the core values of Toastmasters? Anybody?
Respect, integrity, excellence,
And service.
and service.
Good. Excellent answer without Googling it. So that's the examination of presence of mind of all the Toastmasters. We all are sitting on this virtual world, just a click will pop up all the information, but good, great guys. So as an acting president of Universal Toastmasters Club, let me tell you that this particular club, the name suggests a lot of things about it. I don't know what was the reason that new normal came when we started this Universal, maybe because of the name, it was Universal and we were in a hotel. And then the situation came when we are meeting with the whole world, and it has really become now the Universal. There is no boundaries and there is no any limit for this club to join anyone. And it is not only this Universal, because we are living now in this COVID era. The area and the horizon has really huge now, though it has its own challenges, though it has its own demands and everything. But it does not matter that what is the participation of the audience, how big it is and how less it is. The excitement, or you call it the nervousness, is the same whenever you open your mouth in front of an audience. So the experience is going to be the same. So one thing is very crucial, that make sure that all the meetings, if you are available, do not escape. Even I congratulate all of you who are fasting or who are not fasting. Those who are fasting had a chance to sleep more, and those who are not fasting had a chance to eat more or go out and have fun with the family. But you're still here, so I'm so much thankful to you all of guys that you are here. What Toastmaster does, we all know, except Divesh also knows it, and it is very simple. It is not like it's not rocket science that it is not clear. It is very much clear. Only you need to chip in. Only you need to be part of it. Unless until you become part of it, the years and days and months will just pass by, and you will again come and say, I want to be a public speaker, but I cannot, because you are not part of the journey. So the fast you become the part of the journey, the more faster you will become what you want to become. With that, as I said, I'm the acting president of this meeting. We have privilege and we have honor to hear from the president herself today. She is the Toastmaster of the day, someone whom I have seen as growing, emerging day by day. And you know, there is a reason behind it. She has devoted her time, energy, her excellence, her the behavior she talks, the leadership she has shown to the followers and to the members, and all has gathered, and we have a masterpiece. We have someone that we can proudly say that she is the president of Universal Toastmasters Club. So guys, with the thunder of applause, I can see some faces, they're smiling. That means they are ready to welcome her. And those who are not smiling, they can show the emoticons or emojis on their screen if they're available, if they're not away. And let's welcome.
Let's come to your mind. Cool, calm, and composed, the 3 C's. But I would say, apart from that, he is someone who is dynamic, and he simply knows how to present himself, regardless of the event, regardless of the situation. No matter what. Whenever I see him, only one thing comes to my mind. How can someone be so patient with the proper pace while you're delivering your speech? Regardless, even if there is an earthquake, you could hear in his voice, don't worry, everything will be fine. So now you can imagine the calmness and patience this person possesses, not just for a Toastmasters meeting as a speaker, but in general as a person. And we are truly glad to have him as another integral pillar of Universal Toastmaster Club, being the founding member. And not just the founding member, apart from that, he is currently serving as our Area 56 director. Yes, Universal Toastmaster Club falls under the Area 56, and he is currently serving as our area leader. So please put your hands together for DTM Esan, who has opted for motivational strategies as his path, and he is going to deliver one of these speeches on public strategies from level 4. DTM Esan, over to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Medhad. And good morning to all of you. Your presentation about me and introduction has determined one thing for sure, that disaster management is never going to hire me, because I have that kind of patience. So thank you. Has anything changed, you guys, since this new normal pandemic? Has anything changed? The answer is yes, come on. A lot of things have changed. The next question comes then: has the tagline and the core values of Toastmasters changed? The answer is no, completely opposite. So since the scenario has changed, but the core values and the tagline has not changed, what we need to change? We need to change the strategy, the plan, the tricks and tips. So having been in Toastmasters for so many years, I have come up with 3 words today. And I urge you to procure it, and procure it also to your audience, to the target people. So the first thing is connect. To connect, we have so many resources. We have social media, we have print media, we have text. And that's how we connect. And because of this ongoing pandemic, the horizon has been so huge. Now we are not limited to one area or one city of Dubai or the UAE. We are open to the universe. And that comes the Universal Toastmasters Club. So this is the approach. And here comes the first word, connect. How we connect? As I mentioned, the PR team or anyone in your personal professional life, you try to connect with a couple of means and tools. One of them is you try to connect with the flyers, you try to connect with your visuals, with your audios, with your videos, whatever. There are so many plethora of things are available on TMI website, on Google. You can find a lot of resources. The first thing is the connect. And once you connect, the second strategy comes, that is listen. Here comes when we connect with anyone, when we try to build a relationship, we lack in listening. I'm not talking about listening one to one. When I'm talking to you, I try to listen. How will you determine the response of your connection? You are connecting with people through all the means I have mentioned, and then you have to get the response, and that is called the listen. When you are sharing flyers on social media, look at what are the reactions, what is the shares, likes, comment. We judge by seeing that. What we have seen in particular Toastmasters Club, that majority of the guests come through meetup group. So here comes the result, that we are now sure that meetup is more effective than any other media like Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, whatever you say it. So the second strategy is to listen. Once you listen, then you will determine what is the requirement for the person in the next. And it comes personal, it comes at large. So whenever you have a connection, between one person to another person who has no clue about Toastmasters, your strategy should be to patiently listen to the person. Otherwise, you will target a wrong target. If someone has connected with you and he has no interest in public speaking, he has no interest in leadership, and you are trying to digest and inject all the benefits and profits and all the values and everything of Toastmasters, it is simply waste of energy and time. And the same goes with the responses you are getting through all the social media and wherever you are doing all PR activities. And once you determine these two things, connection and listening part, one listening part is once you listen one to one. The second listening part, I mean, is the responses you get in terms of practical responses, in terms of shares and comments, and questionnaires if they're asking more clarification and all. And then comes the third strategy. And the third strategy is communication. Connection, listening, and then communication. And this is the main thing when it comes to strategy. Now it is your time to communicate. What I mean by communicate is because you are the one who will show that how to communicate. You have been talking about this in two strategies: when you connect, when you listen, when you are sharing flyers, audios, videos, visuals, all of things. And here comes to show that how you as Toastmasters or as in leadership team, you communicate. So try to communicate with confidence. You should have the kind of knowledge that is required to your audience, because you have now connection, you have now listening, you know that what is needed and what is required. So you need to communicate. Days are gone when we were talking face to face, when we're sitting with a cup of coffee and we were having chat and we would have a number of people to talk about. Now things have changed, as you have already said. Things have changed. We are living in new normal. So when you are communicating, you have to check a lot of things. You have confidence in front of the camera. You have confidence in your knowledge, in your statement. You have good setup. If suppose you have everything, but the internet connection is not good, the camera quality is not good, the voice is not very clear to your audience, you are not going to hit it. After 2 minutes, believe me, 1 or 2 minutes, the audience will be just fed up and they will leave the meeting maybe. So guys, these are three strategies that I have learned throughout this journey. Then you have to find the connections through all the means and tools you have. I'm not going into details. And then you have to listen. By listening, you have to target that what is needed and what is required. No matter how many members have joined your meetup club, but look how many of them are really needed. And then comes the communication, not only with your words, but all the means and tools nowadays is required in this new normal. Thank you very much. Back to TMOD.